It's time to give a bit of your time to others.
Elegance is an attitude. Longines.
After starting this World Cup season last month in Shanghai, archery's biggest names have now traveled halfway around the world to South America for Stage 2. Colombia has quickly become one of the favorite stops on the circuit, with everyone receiving a warm welcome just north of the equator here in Medellin. Teams from Cuba, Costa Rica, Peru, Uruguay, Guatemala, seldom seen on the World Cup Tour, all coming to Colombia, giving this stage a true Latin American flavor. The crew from Korea here too, providing a bit of spice from the Far East. Hopefully the best yet to come this weekend here in Medellin, Stage 2 of World Archery's 2014 outdoor season. Hola, Catel, wherever you happen to be watching. Bienvenidos, ni hao, bonjour, merhaba, konnichiwa, privyet, shalom, guten tag, dzień dobry, buongiorno, good day, mates. And welcome to the second of our 4 stops on the Outdoor World Cup Tour, stretching from spring through summer and into the fall, with the World Cup finals in Lausanne come September. Along with Nicky Hunt from Great Britain, I'm Carl ARKY, high in the Andes Mountains and live from El Parque Norte here in Medellin, the land of eternal spring, where the rains have come to an end. Mid-afternoon rain shower came to an end, and the skies have cleared. And we're getting set for some great action this afternoon, getting ready for the mixed team medal matches and the bronze and gold medal matches for the men and the women. And Nicky, I think the ones that we really want to watch out for are the matches with Rio Wild, Erica Jones, Albina Loganova, Peter Elzinga, and Kim Woo-jin also making his comeback to the scene.
Yeah, definitely. We've got some good archers here. I'm looking forward to some great arrows.
It's going to be exciting this afternoon, and we'll start off with the mixed team medal matches. 2 athletes, 1 male, 1 female archer per country. Competition playing out over 4 ends, 2 arrows per competitor in each of those ends. So a mixed team will take 16 shots to decide the winner. Once again, we use cumulative scoring to decide these mixed teams medal matches. The first match, the bronze medal match. 4th-seeded Russia facing 2nd-seeded USA. And this is the team from Russia, which beat Costa Rica in the 1/8 round, Colombia in the quarterfinals, and then lost to France by 2. Albina Loganova on the left, joined by her teammate Alexander Dombayev. So a very strong pair right there. And the 4th-seeded team from Russia taking on the 2nd-seeded team from the United States, which defeated Guatemala in the 1/8 round, Mexico in the quarterfinals, before losing to the Netherlands by 1 in the semifinals. So kind of a star-studded cast right here, I think, Nicky.
Yeah, definitely. We've got some of the best archers in the world right now, and it's going to be a really interesting match.
Experienced archers, experienced coaches. There's a good look at Erica and Rio. Erica Jones, who won a gold medal in the women's team competition this morning, and Rio Wild, who won a gold medal in the men's team competition, now going for their 2nd gold medals of the day. Now in the first stage of our World Cup Tour in Shanghai about 3 weeks ago, it was France winning the bronze medal. Pierre-Julien Deloche and Sophie Dormont defeating India we will see Doremont and Deloche coming up in the next match, the gold medal match. But right now, it's the USA against Russia. Under cloudy skies here in Medellin, Colombia. Hopefully the rains will hold off. Although it does make things a little bit more interesting, doesn't it?
It does indeed, like we saw in Shanghai.
Nicky Hunt from Great Britain. Compound archer for many years. Switched over to recurve. What did you say, 2010?
Yeah, the end of 2010 I switched.
Yep, nice job.
Don't think Erica's going to be switching.
No, I think she's taking that compound for good.
Erica Jones. #1 in the world. Rio Wild, #2 in the world. On the men's side of the ledger. Rio with his first shot.
Yep. X right on top of her. Good job.
Putting them both just about the same spot on that target. And putting up the challenge for Dombayev and Loganova. Dombayev, 6th in the world. And now Albina. The top-ranked female compound archer a year ago. Now ranked 5th. She starts off strong. These first couple of arrows, what's that like, that first shot of the day?
I think it's just sort of settling into the environment. So if you've not been on the competition field already, your sight might be a little bit different from the practice field. And these guys are the first up this afternoon, so they might not have that experience.
Erica just a little bit off.
Strong shot, Rio. Yep.
And with Erica Jones counting him down, let it go with about 6 seconds on the clock. So that's 2 direct hits for Rio Wild in the opening end. Of course, a chance for the team from the Russian Federation to catch up, depending upon this shot by Albina Loganova. Captured a mixed team silver medal at the World Championships in Belgium, and we're tied at 39 after the first 4 shots.
Yeah, a solid shot there from Loganova, so we're all square.
It's good to get that first end out of the way, I would imagine.
Yeah, I think you're just coming on and you've probably got a bit of nerves going. That's natural, that's normal. If you're not nervous, then you probably shouldn't be here. You know, it's where to have them, but they'll be settling in nicely now.
It is a big leap, though, to go from the field of play during the week with eliminations, qualifications, practice, and all of a sudden you're in this setting. It is completely different.
Yeah, it is, and with the recurves tomorrow, they've got a day off today as well, so that can make things interesting too.
Yeah, I would imagine that's an extra day to get nervous.
It can be an extra day to have a think about things. You know, you go through the elimination process and you're on a roll and everything's good, and then you've got to wait 48 hours for your next match. So sometimes that can be off-putting, but sometimes it can be an advantage.
So there's a good look at the scores. Both teams leaving just 1 point out there in that first end. They're tied up at 39 all. Interesting that this match has Rio Wild in it, who currently is 5th in the World Cup rankings after Shanghai. Erica Jones is 6th in the women's standing. So we've got some of the archers who are in contention for Lausanne, at least after the opening stage in Shanghai. And there you get a good look at the clouds gathering above the field of play in El Parque Norte here in Colombia.
Strong shot, Erica.
Had good weather for this morning's team competition. Then the skies opened up during the lunch hour, and the sun has returned. Somebody turned off the faucet.
Just out of
Erica hoping to turn on the heat.
Shot, Rio.
It comes up with a 9.
It's pretty still out there as well. Not much wind to speak of, is there?
Yep.
Another 10 for Rio. That's about all you can hope for is to have a still wind conditions.
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect temperatures with that cloud cover. Good lighting on the target. And another low shot. And a 9 for the bronze medalist at the World Cup final in Paris last fall. So a slight edge for Team USA here in the second end.
Yep, excellent shot.
And that's the form that Erica Jones used to defeat Albina Loganova this week during eliminations. Now back to Rio. Picked up a team gold medal in Wrocław last August. Has picked up 2 team gold medals so far here this season outdoors. Looking for his 3rd right now. So the USA finishes off with 3 straight 10s. And Dombayev needs a 10 to keep pace, as does Albina. So it stays close, which is exactly what you'd expect with these 4 archers.
Absolutely, yeah. The Russians are both low on the first one. They've both tweaked their sights there, and they've nailed the middle. So it's an interesting match.
Does the pressure increase as the match goes on?
I don't know. I think it depends on what's going on, but I think as an archer, you really should be in your focus zone. So you shouldn't really be thinking about what the score is. You know, all you can do is your best. So it's about making that normal shot that you do and just trying to nail the 10.
I would imagine there are some days where it's easier to do that than others.
Yeah, like every sport. I mean, you go into the office one day and you're actually completely on form, and other days you might not be, but you know, these are all experienced athletes here, and they know what they're doing under pressure.
They appear to be locked in right now, and they also appear to be under umbrellas as the skies have opened up again just a little bit. Light rainfall coming down here at El Parque Norte in Medellin, Colombia. Stage 2 of the 2014 World Archery Outdoor World Cup season. And Erica trying to remain focused underneath that umbrella, trying to stay dry. I would imagine keeping your equipment, your bow dry, is as important as you staying dry.
Yeah, definitely. As we saw in Shanghai with Lopez's bow, you know, you don't want to get any water in the peep sight or anything like that, so keeping that dry is really, really important.
So now you can see the rain coming down rather steadily, and through the rain, Dombayev drills it.
Didn't seem to phase him, did it?
Not one bit. And Albina not likely to be phased by it either. So a 9 for the woman who won the World Cup final in Edinburgh in 2010. Won the world title in Torino in 2011.
Yep. 10. 8 o'clock, full
Where
shaft.
she wanted to put it. Rio's turn. Rio's had great success here in Colombia.
Yep.
And has some more. Another 10 for the man who picked up a pair of golds at the World Games in Cali last summer, right after winning the gold medal in Medellin, and a team silver.
It's going to be interesting watching the clock on these last few hours now.
What a shot. Left Albina with about 23 seconds to get this final shot off, which should be enough.
Albina's shooting with a trigger releaser. You see she's got a thumb on the actual barrel of the trigger, so she's squeezing that butt to go off. The Americans, on the other hand, both certainly Erica is shooting back tension, so these guys are taking a little bit longer to shoot. We've got 25 seconds left with 2 arrows to go. That's first.
Full shot at 9 o'clock.
She didn't look all that happy when she let it go.
No, she knew she had time pressure there. We've got 15 seconds now. Rio's on it, so it's going to make this a nice, strong shot.
Down to 10 seconds, under 10 seconds for Rio Wild to get the last shot off. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. He lets it fly and close. Maybe too close to call from our vantage point. We'll have to wait and see. Well, that would certainly make things interesting. The USA had gone up by 2. The lead may be at 1, depending upon how the judges see that last shot right there. Let's go back to what you were talking about a moment ago, Nicky Hunt. Nicky Hunt from Great Britain joining us here on Archery.tv, talking about the difference in the releases and what Albina's using in the back tension. Compare the two.
So Albina's got her thumb on a trigger, a barrel of a trigger, so...
She decides when to release.
Well, not necessarily.
Okay.
So there's 2 different ways to shoot a release aid. You can either consciously decide you're going to shoot now, or you can lay your thumb on there and you have a technique of relaxing that makes that go off. So Albina, I would imagine, will still be shooting a surprise shot, although she has a trigger. Okay, and that's what I used to do. Erica will take off a safety on her back tension release, and then she will just pull. So she does nothing else more in her hand. It's more about the tension through her arms and her back more than her hands.
And once the bowstring has reached the point where it's supposed to release, it automatically releases, correct?
Yeah, it's a tension thing with the release aid itself. So with the compound bow, you're on that wall, you're at a set distance with the bow, so it's the release aid changing either the angle or a pressure on the release aid which makes it go off.
And what would be the advantage, one over the other? Or is it just a personal preference?
It's a personal preference, but I think it's nice to have the trigger because you have got that option. If you need to get a shot away, you can.
Or bring it down.
Yeah.
Молодец.
Dambayev down the middle. Dambayev, winner of an individual bronze and a mixed team silver medal in Poland last August. Really have to focus and concentrate right now. That's focus and concentration.
2 X's, very nice.
Well done by Albina Laganova, who has done it many, many times, as has Erica Jones.
So we see Erica's thumbs come away from her barrel there, and now she's just pulling. So now it's on back tension.
Yep.
It works.
Yep.
2 o'clock shot.
It's a bottom line business. Rio trying to put the U.S. back up by 2.
Yep.
Does just that.
Yeah, Rio's shooting a back tension as well, so you see his thumb come off the safety and he just pulls through. This is why these guys are taking a little bit longer to shoot their arrows in the time.
Because of the back tension.
Exactly.
Good look at Alexander Dambayev,
Nice.
who emerged on the scene late last summer and really has come on strong. Won a mixed team gold medal in Ogden in 2010. And defeated Braden Gellantine in the quarterfinals of the World Championship in Belek last fall. So he is an archer to contend with, as is Albina. These two work very well together.
Yep.
Erica's got it dialed in right now.
Yep,
strong
that
shot,
one went
Rio.
off really quickly, but it's a perfect shot.
So again, Rio trying to maintain that 2-point edge for the United States through 3 ends.
Yep.
Got it. So Rio Wild putting the match away.
Good job. job, brother.
USA was tied with Russia at 39 after the first end, went up by 1 midway through the match, 2 after 3 ends, and then win by 2, 157 to 155. Interesting that both teams finished out strong with 4 straight 10s to finish off.
Yeah.
But Russia just too much ground to try to make up.
Yeah, with compound, you know, if you get behind like that, then it can be too much sometimes. But I think it's shown again, you know, maybe there was some little nerves in the beginning of the match there, and people just got more and more comfortable with it as they went through.
So now Rio Wild and Erica Jones, both with a pair of gold medals on the day. Not such a rainy day for those two. Like those gold medals will make you feel a whole lot better. Does the rain make you focus a little bit more than you normally would sometimes, you think? I mean, can you make it work to your advantage?
I think like wind factors and weather factors in general are quite an interesting point, because some people will think, oh no, it's raining, oh I don't want to go out, I don't want to shoot today. So you could get the psychological advantage on someone. You know, the rain doesn't really affect much. Most archers would rather go out in some rain than to have horrific wind, because the wind's going to affect your arrows much more, especially for the compounds.
So 157, 155 your final score. The bronze medal going to the second-seeded team from the United States as they knock off Russia. Now the team that won the bronze medal in Shanghai is vying for the gold medal here in Colombia. And we're talking about Sophie Dodomont and Pierre-Julien Deloche, the team from France, the top-seeded team from France, taking to the field here in a light rain falling in Colombia here on a Saturday afternoon or Saturday evening, wherever you may happen to be, perhaps even Saturday morning. Anywhere in the world you happen to be watching on archery.tv, we're glad to have you with us. Along with Nicky Hunt, I'm Carl ARKY, and we get a good look at Sophie Dodomont on the left and Pierre-Julien Deloche on the right. They defeated Trinidad Tobago in the 1/8 round, knocked off Puerto Rico in the quarterfinals, and then defeated Russia by 2 in the semis. As I mentioned, they won the bronze medal at stage 1 in Shanghai, defeating India, about 3 weeks ago. Today, they're going to have to try and defeat the team from the Netherlands. Seeded 6th, the Netherlands got here by beating Brazil in the 1/8 round, Italy by 1 in the quarterfinals, and the USA by 1 in the semis. Mike Schlosser and Inge van Kaspel with Rick van der Ven, one of the great archers in men's compound, in the coach's box today. And what gets your attention is that these two were able to knock off the United States pair.
Yeah, that's an impressive feat. These guys have done really well to get here.
That has to be a big confidence boost for them. 2 young archers able to defeat Rio Wild and Erica Jones. And I stand corrected, actually. It's not 2 gold medals for both those archers, Rio Wild and Erica Jones. It's 2 medals, 1 bronze, 1 gold. So the gold medal up for grabs here now in this match. By the way, it was Pierre-Julien Deloche who teamed up with Pascal Lebec last fall in Paris in the World Cup finals to defeat Sergio Pagny and Marcella Tonioli for the World Cup final gold medal. Now Pierre teaming up with Sophie Dodomont, who has made the transition. Unlike you, though, going from compound to recurve, she goes from recurve to compound.
Yeah, that's the normal way to go, really.
So what you're saying is you've gone the abnormal way.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So Sophie, who is taken to compound like a duck to water, which is good with this rain coming down. Now Pierre-Julien Deloche, ranked #1 in the world in men's compound. 32 years old and 2 10s to start it off.
10 à 3 heures. 2 heures, nord-est.
And here is Inge van Kaspel, 22 years old. Good start for the Netherlands.
Come, Mike. Le chrono, on est nickel.
And Mike Schlosser, who is very, very strong this morning in the men's team competition. On the line, what do you think?
That's enough. All you got to do is touch that line.
All right, you heard it from Nicky Hunt. It's a 10. First shot outside the 10 ring. With 2 seconds to go.
Very tight indeed. Both the arrows have gone the same direction there, but I don't know if the conditions are causing that or.
So an opportunity right now for the Dutch archers. Inge. As you hear the thunder in the background. Schlosser keeps his concentration though and gives his team the lead. Not easy to do with thunderclaps.
No, you know, these compounders won't be affected by any noise as such. They haven't got clickers like the recurvers, but yeah, he kept his nerve there, didn't he?
Really did. Of course, the issue is not the rain, not the thunder. The issue may become lightning if they see lightning. I believe it's 1 kilometer. If it's off in the distance, that's when we'll halt play.
Yeah, we're holding these lovely conductors of carbon here, so
yes,
we'll keep an eye on that.
So Inge van Kaspel, Mike Schlosser out there trying to pick up the gold medal here in Colombia under slightly less than ideal conditions right now.
I think these are the first arrows shot in the rain this week. We've been really lucky. We've had rain overnight, several nights. We've had quite a waterlogged field at some points, but I'm pretty sure these are the first shots actually in the rain.
It is the rainy season, the winter season here in South America. Although it's hard to tell it's winter. Temperatures probably, somewhere in the 70s, I would imagine, which is Celsius.
High 20s.
High 20s.
Early 30s, I think, yeah. Better than the British summer, so we're quite happy with the winter here.
Ouais, nickel. 10, 9 heures.
So the Netherlands have that 1-point lead after the first end, 39-38. And Deloche with another 9.
9 droite. Milieu, pratiquement milieu de 9.
All their arrows to the right there, but no real wind going in that direction.
Leaks out into the 9 ring for Inge van Kaspel. Ranked 18th in the world, just 22 years old. Mike Schlosser, 19 years old. Had a pair of 5th place finishes in Shanghai. But did pick up a silver medal in team competition this morning. So it remains a 1-point edge for the Netherlands. And all of a sudden, people trying to fight their way back into the 10 ring.
Yeah, not the match we saw earlier with America. But of course, they started in perfect conditions, and we've got some rain going now.
So Pierre finds the range, puts his arrow exactly where he wants it. So 2 10s, 2 9s for the French team. And a pair of 10s right here would add to that lead for the Netherlands. There's a great, great shot.
Come on, Mike. Tijd's up.
Mike's been solid so far. Let's see if we can do that with the 4th.
Sophie.
Yes.
Iets hoger.
That will get the job done. Mike Schlosser
He's pleased with that.
on a roll here in Medellin. And a lot to smile about for the Dutch duo.
They're looking very relaxed, aren't they?
They do. They do look very relaxed. And we'll see Inga later on in individual competition. This is a good warm-up for her this afternoon.
Absolutely.
And Sophie Dodemont, along with Pierre-Julien Deloche, pondering their situation. Dodemont ranked 14th in women's compound, coming to Colombia. Picked up a team bronze medal at Shanghai a couple of weeks ago. Of course, won the Indoor World Championship in Nîmes back in February, which was a huge win for her. She made the transition, switched to compound, about a year ago after failing to make the team for London, the French team that went to London for the Olympics in 2012. So she decided to make the switch, and she is the only Olympian to ever compete in a World Cup final, which she did last year in Paris.
Wow.
It's a distinction.
That is indeed, and in that time frame too.
Yeah, yeah. Competed as an Olympian for France in Beijing back in 2008. Didn't make it to London, went to compound, made it to the World Cup final.
The next year.
Yes, the next year.
Yeah.
Allez, Sophie.
Not exactly an overnight success, but close.
In archery terms, I'd
Yeah.
say so.
Ouais, Sophie.
Trailing by 2, Dodemont leaves off with the 10.
Allez, PJ. Ouais, PJ, nickel.
And a nice group for Dodemont and Deloche.
À peine.
They look like they're getting back into this match now. Much more focused.
On met un clic sur le-
The question is, will Van Kaspel and Schlosser let them back in? It appears as though the answer to that question is no,
Net lager steken.
at least at this point.
Allez, prépare Sophie. Ah, maar erin zit. Goed. X links of hoogte. Is goed, Mike.
He hasn't missed the 10 yet.
He didn't miss, I don't believe he missed this morning. Which means he hasn't missed all day.
That looks a bit uncomfortable in that shot there.
Neuf gauche.
Now Pierre-Julien Deloche. The grouping is good, it's just in the wrong spot.
Yeah, you don't get any points for grouping, sadly.
No.
Sometimes you wish you did.
Allez, cette flèche.
So another chance. A big opportunity right now for Van Kaspel and for Schlosser. Can't take advantage there, but they can go up by 3
Ja, nee, maar een hele dikke mee.
if Mike Schlosser comes through again.
10.
Yes.
Remarkably accurate.
Fantastic shooting from him today. Best we've seen, I think.
He has been outstanding all day long. In the men's team gold medal match this morning, where the Netherlands settled for the silver, he was outstanding against the United States, and he's continued his hot shooting here this afternoon. In the mixed team gold medal match, if you're just joining us, it was the United States winning the bronze medal, defeating Russia 157 to 155. Erica Jones, Rio Wild combining to beat Dambayev and Albina Loganova. Right now, Inga Van Kaspel, 22, and Mike Schlosser, 19, trying to pull off the upset. They came in as the 6th seeded team, but they got to this gold medal match, knocked off the United States in the semifinals, and now have a chance to upset the top seeded team from France. And there you see it, a 117-114 lead for the Netherlands. Pierre Plion, who made it to the gold medal match in Shanghai. Picked up the silver medal in China last month. Pulling for the mixed team from France, Sophie Dodemont and Pierre-Julien Deloche. Find themselves in a bit of a bind right now, trailing by 3 after 3 ends, 117-114. Ground to be made up.
Ouais, Sophie.
And that's a start.
Yeah, there's just not enough arrows left, is there? I think it's going to be tough for these guys, but they've got to nail the 10 now.
Of course, this morning I didn't think Mexico had much of a chance of coming back in the men's bronze medal match against Italy, and they forced a shoot-off, so you never know.
It's not over until it's over.
Got to keep plugging away, keep grinding.
Absolutely.
So a 10 for Sophie and a 9 for Pierre. And again, a chance for the Netherlands to put some more distance between. Ooh, instead. See?
Now that's opened things up a little, isn't it?
You never know.
Allez, Sophie. Volgende pijl, gewoon erop opnieuw. Niks aan de hand.
So they may have given a point back. We'll wait and see. Schlosser will try to pick up his teammate, and he shoots a 9.
First one out the 10 today.
So the plot doth thicken.
On construit, on
This is
pose.
commentator's curse, I think.
Probably so.
Yeah.
My fault. I'll take the blame. Not you, Nicky. Don't blame it on Nicky Hunt.
Ouais, Sophie, nickel.
All right, so Sophie Dodemont sensing a change in momentum.
Yeah.
Allez, on reste sur l'objectif.
Comes up a
jusqu'au bout.
big shot. Pierre trying to follow up. Put more pressure now on those youngsters from the Netherlands.
Really need a 10 here.
Ouais, PG.
Got
He's
it.
got it. He had 4 seconds on the clock, and it was solid.
C'est bien, elle était bien tirée comme celle devant.
All right, so here's the situation. A 10 and a 9 will tie it. 2 10s will win it.
Yep.
Plus l'entendre, ça, parce que j'ai entendu l'autre chose.
Want to put the point of that arrow in the 10 ring. Instead, it's a 9. So now, Schlosser has to have a 10 just to send this to a shoot-off.
This is what's so great about archery. You never know what's going to happen.
The reversal of fortunes.
Oh, it's a 9!
Oh, it's a 9, and France has won.
I didn't see that coming.
Oh, my goodness. And that's why you continue to focus and continue to grind and continue to shoot.
It's not over till it's over, and, you know, that's the best thing about archery. You just don't know.
You have 2 very experienced archers here. You had 2 very young, very talented, but very young archers for the Netherlands. And in that situation,
yeah, I just wonder if their mind had changed what they were thinking about. You know, had they got into the future and thinking about what this was going to be, or, you know, were they sticking really with their shots? But fantastic experience, the 2, and especially for Inge, who's going to come out later and shoot in a final as well. So some great shooting in there.
well, obviously disappointment for Mike Schlosser and Inge van Kaspel, but as you said, a learning experience. And again, when they're in this situation again, when you're in that situation, you're up by 3, and it's the final end. You go for the jugular and you close it out.
Well, if you're thinking that, you've lost your thoughts, okay? So your future thinking, perhaps, you need to stay in that arrow. You need to do what you normally do, shoot that regular shot. So, you know, if they're thinking anything like that, they will.
And maybe that's what they were thinking.
Exactly. So, you know, it just proves to you, you've got to keep shooting your shot right until the end. You never know what's going to happen.
The focus and the concentration was there for Sophie Dodemont and for Pierre-Julien Deloche as they pull off an incredible comeback in the final end. They were trailing after 3 ends by 3, 117-114. In fact, they didn't lead in this match till that final shot.
That's incredible.
What a match. 153-152. France comes up with a come-from-behind victory to win the gold medal. The Netherlands settling for silver once again, as they did in the men's team gold medal match this morning. So an interesting turn of events. The Netherlands getting silver and France winning the gold medal. Of course, in Shanghai, it was Korea that walked away with the gold medal in mixed team competition. Min Leong and Kim Yoon-hee defeating Erica Jones and Bridget Deaton of the United States. So it's been Korea in Shanghai, and now France here in Colombia. All right, all done with the team competition. Now we get busy and get down to business with the individual competition, and this is the women's bronze medal match. And Inge van Kaspel's got to put what just happened out of her mind, Nikki.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, she started off really well in the match, and if it had been the other way around, then she'd be coming here full of confidence. But yeah, she's certainly got to take that away and just start again. It's a new match, new shots.
Got to get over that shock on those final few shots of the mixed team compound gold medal match. And there's a good look at Inge van Kaspel, 22 years old, ranked 18th in the world, got to this match by defeating Marcela Tonioli in the quarterfinals and then losing to Toyos Cherne of Slovenia in the semifinals. And she will have her hands full with Albina Laganova. Albina on that Russian squad that lost to the United States just moments ago in the mixed team bronze medal match. Albina Laganova reaching this bronze medal match with a win over Katia D'Agostino of Italy in the quarterfinals, lost in a shootout to Erica in the semifinals. And of course, Albina Laganova, one of the dominant figures, really an iconic figure in this sport.
Absolutely. I think she held indoor and outdoor world champion at the same time, which is not something that's done very often. So yeah, she's a fantastic competitor.
She's got an interesting CV, good resume.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah, won the World Cup gold medal in Edinburgh in 2010, won the World Championship, world title in 2011 in Torino. And the rain really coming down a little bit harder now than it was even before. So Albina ranked 5th in the world, and Inge van Kaspel ranked 18th in the world. Van Kaspel 22, and Albina with a little bit more experience will shoot first on target number 2. And a steady rain now pouring down here in Medellin. Back into the form that we saw early in that match just a moment ago.
Yeah, it's a great start from Inge.
And Albina perhaps with a 9. We'll wait and see. Great start for Inge van Kaspel. Trying to regroup, and it appears she has. So possibly 2 9s and a 10. It could be 28 points for Albina. And Inge trying to finish it off. Oh, just outside the 10 ring, so 29. She'll have the lead, regardless of how they score that shot by Albina. Albina's second shot. So Albina Laganova deep in thought right now. Albina, of course, won a mixed team silver at the World Championships in Belek. On the indoor circuit, settled for a silver in Singapore, losing to Erica Jones. Before that, won the bronze medal at the World Cup final in Paris. Inge van Kaspel, a silver medal indoors in Marrakesh. And won mixed team bronze at stage 4 last year in Poland. Just starting to build her resume right now. Of course, Albina has been doing that for a long time. And when I say iconic figures, it's almost akin to, I guess if you're a basketball fan, you say Kobe, everybody knows who Kobe is. It's Kobe Bryant.
You're talking to an English girl about basketball.
Well, let's say iconic figures. When we say
Michael Jordan.
Michael,
yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
If we say Michael Jordan, or just Michael, then you know. Same with Albina. You say Albina, and everybody knows who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Trailing in the match, she starts off. The second end with the 10. And another one for Van Kespel.
Albina's shots have been a bit high right, and she's just dialed into the 10 now, so hopefully still a little bit high, but she's pretty much there.
This game is tough enough under perfect weather conditions. You add in this kind of rainfall.
And I don't think these guys were prepared for it. Like I said, we've not had this kind of rain. I don't think we've shot a single arrow in the rain yet this week, so no one here is wearing waterproofs and that sort of thing, and I don't think you can really predict the weather here, can you, with the mountains?
And it's not something you actually practice for necessarily.
Oh, you do if you're in England.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
In England you do.
Yep.
I forgot, Nicky.
Not always through choice.
Oh, so it's getting interesting right now. Good battle going on for the women's bronze medal between the 13th seed Inga Van Kespel and the 7th seed Albina Laganova. Of course, the world record in this event, 150 points recorded by Sarah Lopez. And she's done that not once but twice. She did it in Medellin last year and then did it in Shanghai last month. Don't think we'll see, well, we won't see 150. We're past that point, but I don't think that's the major concern right now for either of these young ladies. Van Kespel with a 1-point edge, 58-57. She led by 1 after the first end, still leads by 1. And so we get set for the third end, and it is really coming down. We are in a subtropical climate.
We are indeed.
Yes. High in the Andes Mountains, but still a subtropical climate, just north of the equator. And that's just south of where she wants to be.
The first arrow of Albina's has just been low of center, so.
Albina bearing down right now. Inga Van Kespel needs to do the same as the rain comes down even harder. There's another 9. And we are tied at 76 all.
She's starting to look more under pressure now.
Albina.
As is Albina.
No.
It's looking tough out there.
And under these circumstances, probably did well to get that in the 8-ring.
Yeah.
Inga does even better with another 9 and regains the lead. And has to take those glasses off. That's not going to help now. In fact, that would be a hindrance, I would think, at this point with this kind of rainfall.
Well, now she's taking them off. She's going to have a few minutes to get her eyes back to normal. But usually the rain like this wouldn't really push your arrows down much with a compound bow standing at 50 meters. So I think it's really the conditions on the archers themselves which are making the most difference now.
85-84. Inga Van Kespel trying to pick up the women's bronze medal and defeat an icon, Albina Laganova, and battling the elements as well.
I think this is one of the few times I'm quite pleased to be sat here behind the desk rather than being out there on the field.
There are advantages.
Yeah, I can see. It's nice.
Plus, you never win or lose here.
Yeah.
Of course, you never win either.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the downside.
Yeah.
But we have a good time here on Archery.tv, and we hope you are too, wherever in the world you might happen to be watching. What has turned into a rainy Saturday afternoon. Buenas tardes. It would be a little bit nicer with a little sunshine, but that'll bring out a few rays of sunlight for Albina. Now going without the glasses. Inga with a 9, and we're back to a tie at 94 all.
Inga's group there, all left and slightly low. You know, you've got to get on these groups and get them centered.
And another 8 for Albina. Opportunity right here, and she takes advantage to go up by 1. Back and forth, seesaw battle here in the rain in Colombia. Inside the 9 ring. So a 10 right here, and it's a 2-point lead. Instead, it's a 9, and the lead remains at 1.
Fantastic group, but they're all left.
112, 111. 3 more arrows left to be shot. And the rain not letting up one bit. Wind, not the factor. Rain, definitely. And yet we play on. And Albina Laganova hoping to catch and pass Inga van Kaspel. Van Kaspel was in position moments ago to wrap up. The mixed team gold medal saw that slip away on the final few arrows, the final few shots. Here she has a 1-point lead with 3 arrows to go. Can she hang on? Can she win it and defeat Albina Laganova for the bronze medal? Almost perfect.
Yep, Albina's back on track.
Can't afford to falter, but does. And we're tied again with 2 shots.
Yeah.
Down to 2 arrows. Opportunity again for Van Kaspel. A 10 puts her back in the driver's seat. Back in the driver's seat she is. Up by 1 with 1 arrow to shoot.
Albina really needs 10 here.
So 9 will win it for Inga van Kaspel.
It's difficult conditions.
She's already got a silver. Now she's got a bronze. Inga van Kaspel puts it away, and a big, big win for the 22-year-old from the Netherlands, who shook off the disappointment of losing the mixed team match just moments before and is able to hold off Albina Laganova, one of the greats in this sport, and a great sportsman too.
Yeah, it was great to see her come back and finish that match really well, wasn't it?
So a well-earned victory, a well-earned medal, and I think she's earned a hot shower.
She doesn't mind standing in the rain now.
I don't think she minds one little bit right now. And she'll be happy to stand in the rain on the podium as well.
She will indeed.
Yes. So what an interesting day it has been. A victory for Inga van Kaspel, taking the women's bronze medal. And she joins Alejandra Usquiano as bronze medalists on this year's World Cup tour. Alejandra winning in Shanghai, defeating Afsaneh Shafeh of Iran in China just a few weeks ago, where we saw just about the same amount of rainfall. The rain has followed us from China to South America, and yet we play on. So a nice round of applause for Inga van Kaspel. And the fans here in Colombia used to this weather. I knew there was a reason why everything's so green.
You wouldn't believe it. The whole week it's been so lovely and hot. This really isn't a reflection of how it's been for us out here.
No,
but,
it's a wonderful place to come and visit, come and vacation, enjoy it. It is an absolutely beautiful country. So now we get set for the women's gold medal match. And in the women's gold medal match, we will see the woman seated 9th. There she is, being directed towards target number 1. And that's Toya Černe of Slovenia. Toya Černe won better than Anastasia Anastasio in the quarterfinals, and then went on to defeat Inga van Kaspel. No easy feat, 141 to 138. And there's a good look at Toya Černe, 20 years old, ranked 67th in the world. So far this year in match play, 5-1, off to a good start on the season. So Toya Černe with the task of defeating Erica Jones here in the women's gold medal match. Erica defeating Paige Pierce, her teammate on the United States team. That was by 2 points in the quarterfinals. She then won a shoot-off with Albina in the semifinals. Erica's 9, a little bit closer to the X. So Diane Watson in the coach's box, assisting Erica Jones, ranked number 1 in the world. And Erica Jones has been to so many gold medal matches over the last year or so. We were talking about this before the matches this afternoon, and she's had to settle for silver. I think this is one she really, really wants to get.
Yeah, I think the longer that goes on, the more pressure it's going to be on her. So hopefully she'll get that out of the way today.
Erica reached the gold medal match at 3 of the 4 stages last year and took home silver on each of those occasions. Wants to break through. Picked up a team gold medal in Shanghai. 1 gold in Singapore and Telford on the indoor circuit.
Strong and confident, girl.
Now trying to pick up the individual gold medal outdoors. And Erica shooting first on target number 2. Looked like it caught the line.
Yes, you can't hear me? Okay. 7 down? Okay.
So now Toya Černe from Slovenia. And it's her first time on the field. Erica's already been out here twice.
Yeah. No, it's definitely an advantage to come out here with the team, so you're going to feel more comfortable.
Know the lay of the land?
Absolutely. And the conditions, like I said before, if it's different from the practice field, you're going to have your sight dialed in.
Little bit of a shaky start. Maya Marcen, who joined us this morning for our coverage of the team competition, now in the coach's box behind Toya Černe, who sees Erica Jones shoot 3 10s to start the match.
It's not a bad start, is it?
No, and it's a little daunting, I would imagine, for Toya in this situation, although she responds, rises to the occasion, only trails by 3.
Yeah. As we saw earlier, anything is possible.
So Toya Černe, and there's Maya Marcen on the left, who shot for Slovenia for about 17 years, I think she said, before moving to Colombia and joining the Colombia national team 4 years ago. Now shoots for Colombia, but on this occasion will help out her friend from Slovenia. And I believe it's Sarah Lopez who's actually retrieving the arrows at the other end for Toya Černe. And
yeah, okay.
I think that is Sarah right there.
Oh, look, it just stopped.
Or is it?
It stopped as fast as it started.
Yep, that's Sarah.
Okay. All right, good luck, girl. Okay, you got it.
You can have better support out in the field than those two right now.
No, I would imagine not.
Along with Erica is Diane Watson. She's on the American team as well. Been in many finals herself, so she's got a lot of experience of what happens here.
Next 3 arrows coming up. Černe of Slovenia to shoot first.
So Černe from Slovenia down by 3, trailing 30 to 27. 21 years old, was 9th in Shanghai last month, and a 10.
Good start in the second end. She knew it wasn't there. You could see the movement of the arm, so when that release went off, she could probably see it was already pointing in the 9, so she tried to throw it over, but couldn't.
Strong and confident.
Does that body English ever work? Getting it back in?
It sometimes can. You can sometimes flick an arrow off your rest, but the reaction timers are so quick that you're not likely to affect it.
It's hard to salvage it, isn't it? Yeah.
It's more of a human reflex. You know, you see it off the center, you want to try and throw it back in. You do what you can.
6.
Ooh, a 6.
Nați hudga, pridi. Nați hudga. U 4 sekunda. Sam progledala da bom ti štela. Bilo je še 4 sekunde.
And Erica finishes with a 9. So picks up 4 more points, led by 3. And if my math is correct, I think she's up by 7 now. That's 6.
There you go.
Toya Cherne on her final shot leaves her with 52 points. And Erica Jones of the United States up by 6. I knew my math was off a little bit. 58-52 for Erica Jones. Trying to track down that elusive gold medal for the first time in quite some time.
Trailing by 6. She shoots first again in this next round.
Last year, Erica won a total of 11 World Cup and World Championship medals. And was on the cusp so many times, but just could not seem to close out and get that gold medal. So this has got to be an important match. They're all important matches, obviously, but this one, maybe a little bit more significance. Trying to end that drought, that gold medal drought. She's up 58-52 as Toya Cherne does catch the line. Picks up 10 more points.
Nice shot, Erica. Nice. Beautiful.
But Erica not letting up.
Bravo, malissimo.
Seems to be getting more comfortable.
Yeah, it's a good group there. Again, she just moved her sight, so hopefully the next one will be closest to the middle.
There's that peep sight.
She wasn't happy with that at all, was she?
No. And as you said before, if you got points for a grouping,
Absolutely, yeah.
that'd be wonderful.
They're the size of the 10, they're just below. 1 in.
Seven.
So a solid shot for Erica Jones. Maintains the lead after 3 ends. We'll discuss it with Diane Watson.
So she's got a turned arrow there. This is probably the 6 from the end before, so she can now check the arrow and see if there's any problems with it.
Just to make sure you don't want to overlook anything, do you?
Absolutely. You know, a fletching coming off or something like that can definitely cause a low arrow. So she's shooting what looks like some sort of spin vane. So whether she had a problem with one of those arrows, then that certainly could have caused the problem in the earlier end.
So it's still a 6-point cushion, 86-80. Erica Jones in command right now. Trying to pick up another gold medal. Won the women's team gold medal this morning. Won a bronze medal in mixed team this afternoon. Trying to pick up her 3rd medal of the day and the 2nd one. That's gold. And she's well on her way, leading 86-80 in this women's gold medal match. And Chardonnay
Strong and confident, Erica.
with a good shot to start off this 4th end.
Good job. Nice set.
Down the middle for Erica.
Both these girls shooting back tension release 8s.
she's settled down. She's getting better as the match goes on.
Yeah, absolutely. Erica's got so much experience here.
Just call straight up.
Gives back a point. Lead is down to 5.
Bravo.
You like that one?
I'll say she's warming up, getting more comfortable.
You see that head nod? I know the feeling of that shot. It's gone off perfectly. You know it's in the middle as soon as it let go.
Nice shot.
Great shot by Erica Jones, who responds to the 10s by Toya Cherne. And comes up with a strong end herself. And is poised and in position to wrap up the gold medal with 3 more arrows to go. 115 out of a possible score of 120 for Erica Jones.
Yeah.
And I believe it's 110, yes, for Toya Cherne, whose bow was a little bit delayed in getting here to Medellin. And I think that's got to be a little bit maddening, I would imagine. You're standing at the airport. You're there, but your bow is not.
Yeah, we've had a few occasions like that, and it can be very annoying, to say the least. I've been at competitions before where we've had a head coach make some junior archers get onto the line on that first day of practice. They didn't have their bows, but just to stand on the line and really get the experience of what's going on, which is still important, you know. So you don't want to miss a day's practice, or at least go out there and do a mental practice.
Yeah, and hopefully your bow does show up. Usually the airlines come through, and
they do indeed.
Maybe later than sooner, but the bow showed up, I think, about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. But Toya, and she was relieved, able to get to this gold medal match. Big wins over Anastasia Anastasio and Inga van Kaspel.
Good shot, Erica.
Erica trying to put this one out of reach. It may be out of reach. That probably is.
Well, we said earlier 3 points was out of reach, didn't we? But
that's true.
It proved not to be.
The French mixed team would beg to differ.
Yeah.
Nice shot, girl.
It's just showing the depth of women's compound archery now. We've got world number 1 versus world number 69, and a really competitive match. So great sport.
Confident.
So she'll finish off with 137 points, and right now, basically, Erica just has to hit the target to wrap up the gold medal, and she does more than that. What a way to finish. What a way to finish for Erica Jones of the United States, who gets the gold here in Medellin. And that ends a gold medal draft for her from an individual standpoint. I mean, it is great, and it's a great accomplishment on her part to reach so many of these gold medal matches, but it had to have gotten a little bit frustrating to come up just a little bit short in those matches last year.
Yeah, to not finish it off is frustrating, and she certainly finished that drought now, so she looks pretty happy with that. Bit of an emotional release there.
So the second gold medal of the day and the third medal overall for Erica Jones of the United States. 2 golds and 1 bronze medal as she wraps it up and wins it 145 to 137. A convincing victory and a good day's work, to say the very least, for Erica Jones. So in Shanghai, it was Choi Bo-min defeating Sarah Lopez of Colombia in the rain there, as you get a good look at the city of Medellin, the beautiful Andes Mountains, and the city basically climbing up the side of those mountains everywhere you look in this beautiful, beautiful valley here in Colombia. So there's a good look at the compound men's step ladder to the medal matches. There won't be a test on that, but hopefully you took notes.
Of course.
So congratulations to Erica Jones. She wins stage 2. As we mentioned, Choi Bo-min of Korea won stage 1 in Shanghai. Now we move on to the men, and it's time for the men's bronze medal match. And this will feature Mexico's Gerardo Alvarado, who is seated 25th. Gerardo defeating Roger Willett Jr. of the United States by 6 points in the quarterfinals before losing by 2 to the hometown favorite Daniel Munoz of Colombia. Good look at the 27-year-old from Mexico, ranked 24th in the world. Been on the national team for a long time. 6-5 in match play so far this season, and has a big cheering section here. Rio Wild making the long walk out now. Rio Wild looking for his third medal of the day as well. Just like Erica Jones has a chance, well, has a chance for 2 bronze medals to go along with that gold medal he won this morning in team competition. So there's the 40-year-old from Pocatello, Idaho, out of the Rocky Mountain West in the United States, 7-3 in match play this season. Rio defeating Roberto Hernandez by 3 in the quarterfinals, and then losing by 2 to Peter Elzinga in the semifinals. Alvarado on target number 1, and Wild on target number 2. And Alvarado shot very well this morning, as well as Rio Wild.
Yeah, 2 guys with a lot of experience here.
So Rio Wild ranked 2nd in the world to shoot first.
Nice strong shot, Rio.
Picked up a team gold medal in Shanghai last month. Has already medaled twice here today, looking for his 3rd medal of the day.
Yep, right there.
Strong start. And important for Alvarado to match that start.
Yeah, I think it gives you a psychological boost to be right there, and there he is.
Nice strong shot, Rio. 10, 9. Yep, right there. Another X shot.
Pretty much perfect conditions now with that rain having stopped.
No wind, no rain. Overcast skies. And that shot veers off into the 9 ring.
Yep.
Should count as a 10.
Yeah, look good from here.
Looked good from here on the line. So back to Gerardo. So both men off to a good start. Rio just a little bit better, leading by 1, 30 to 29. So there's a good look at Rio Wild. That 9 has the asterisk by it, but I'm going with Nicky Hunt on this one. You're calling that a 10, right?
I think that's in from here.
There you go. You heard it from Nicky Hunt. Great Britain. Send the cards and letters to her.
Yeah, Archery Nicky on Twitter.
That's right. Go ahead. You can, yeah. Send her a tweet. So unofficially it's 29 all, but
yeah, Rio's got it.
They love your pledging.
They did award him a 10. And so we're set to go with the second end now. 1 point lead for Rio, which means Alvarado shoots first. Alvarado 17th at the World Championship in Belek last fall. Competed on all 4 stages last year. Total of 8 events. Finished in the top 10 in 6 of those 8 events. Fires away and scores another 10.
Yep, another X.
Rio just looks so solid, doesn't he, in that shot?
Tough man to try to catch.
Absolutely.
But that's the task facing Alvarado.
Strong shot right here. Just another one. Like the first.
Peering through that side along with Rio. Great shot by our crew from Hit the Roof, and another great shot from Rio Wild.
You could even see the bubble there under the sights. The compound arches have a level. Basically, they can make sure their bow's upright.
Okay, strong shot.
Surprising 8 from Alvarado. who may be about to fall behind by 3 points.
10, 9,
Rio Wild usually does not let an opportunity like that pass him by, and he doesn't on this occasion either.
Rio's in the zone. That look of concentration, focus. On you on.
So that's 6 shots, and all of them have been in the 10 ring. And by the way, you do know who owns the world record in this event.
Rio Wild.
Rio Wild, yes.
Of course.
Perfect score of 150.
Yeah.
First done back in June of 2011.
You look, the Mexican there looking annoyed at himself. He's got to let that go. He's shaking his head. He's frustrated. He's got to calm that down. Just take this back to the beginning again.
Can't fight yourself, can you?
No, and it's too late to do that. You know, that's gone. Those errors have gone. Can't do anything about it. Just set up again. Start shooting those 10s like you know you can. Stick to the process.
Alejandra Valencia in the crowd. Spectator here today. Had to be pleased by what she saw this morning by the Mexican women's team in the women's bronze medal team match, defeating Italy 230 to 227 with 3 youngsters. Alvarado down by 3. Here to start the third end.
nice strong shot. Started off right.
Another wide one there.
He is human.
He is. Wasn't expecting that one. Looks solid.
So the chance at a world record is gone, but the opportunity for a bronze medal is still there.
Very much so.
And Alvarado really struggling right now.
Sentir para más un codo derecho. Sentir para más un codo derecho.
10, 9, 8, 7. Yep, there you go. Right on top of it.
Back in the neighborhood he wants to be in. Muy bueno. That's the shot.
Yep, he knew it, didn't he? As soon as that went off.
Good way to end the end. Finishes off the end strong with that 10, as does Rio Wild.
That's good.
So Rio's taken 9 shots and has missed on only 1 of them.
Yeah. Expect better than that, really, don't we, from Rio?
We've come to expect that from this man, who was so dominating back in 2012. Last fall had a little bit of a struggle at the World Cup final in Paris, and then at the World Championship in Belek, but does enjoy coming down here to Colombia. Did well at the World Games last year in Cali. Did well here in Medellin. Won the World Championship in 2009 in Korea, and a World Cup gold medalist at the finals in 2006 in Mexico, the very first World Cup finals held on the Archery World Cup Tour. The much decorated Rio Wild surveying the situation, in good shape right now. And Alvarado trailing, and has trailed pretty much from the get-go, shooting first to start off this end. Down by 4, Alvarado, with 6 arrows to go. Has to be in that 10 ring.
Yes.
He does it.
Música derecho, nada más. Ya ni bien.
10, 9. Yep.
All business. Nine of his 10 have been in the 10 ring now. Talking about Rio. And Alvarado perhaps on that line.
9, 8. Yep.
So steady. You talked about it a while ago. He is just steady as a rock.
Absolutely. You know, most compounders have a little bit of a laid-back stance because that just gives you a solid foundation, really, and he just doesn't move, does he?
No question about that.
Yep. So just barely out. It's like a half a jab.
Just outside.
He kicked off that other one there.
So his second 9. So 10 shots have been in the center. 2 shots have been in the 9 ring. And Rio Wild pulling away right now from Gerardo Alvarado in the men's bronze medal match. We'll wait until we get the official ruling on that second arrow for Alvarado. Could be a 10. Probably is a 10.
I'm going to go, I think it's slightly out.
You think so?
From the angle we've got here.
You care to wager on that?
It'll be interesting to see.
Oh,
yep.
okay.
Yep.
All right. Rio definitely with 118 points. Nicky Hunt says it's out. What say the officials, the judges? So a total of 113 for Alvarado. So you are correct, my dear.
There we go.
There you go. I should have never doubted. Never doubted. So the lead is now up to 5. Rio led by 1 after the first end, by 3 after the second end, 4 after the third end, and now by 5 as we head down the stretch. The final 3 arrows left to shoot.
Just for good measure, we're having a bit of rain now as well.
Rain? Medellin?
Would you believe it?
Off and on rain here today. Earlier it was coming down hard. And Alvarado trying to finish up strong. That bronze medal may be beyond his grasp, but there is a matter of pride.
10.
And Rio Wild just a machine right now.
He's got 1 arrow on the left of center. Just 1, and those 2 9s are on the right. I wish he'd move his sight. Nice.
Very nicely done by Alvarado.
He'll feel good to finish this off well. He's done really well to get here.
Has acquitted himself well here today.
Absolutely.
In individual and team competition. But Rio Wild on fire right now.
Strong shot here. Let's get all 3 of them.
Score 143 is not bad, but when you're going up against Rio Wild, who only needs 6 to win, you almost have to be flawless yourself, and Rio flawless in the final end, and that will do it. Rio Wild, a high 5, and he picks up the bronze medal. 3 medals on the day for Rio Wild of the United States, 2 of them bronze, 1 of them gold, and just a marvelous performance in this match. So the Wild Man from Pocatello, Idaho, coming back home and bringing some hardware with him. So a good week of work for Rio, who, as we mentioned earlier, defeated Roberto Hernandez in the quarterfinals before losing to Peter Elzinga in the semifinals. No shame there. Peter, one of the top archers in the world as well. But the second-seeded Rio Wild, as you might expect, going up against the 25th seed, Gerardo Alvarado, and Rio comes away with the victory. 148-143, 2 points away from that world record. 2 points.
Not too shabby, is it?
No.
Good shooting.
Not shabby at all. Not shabby at all. And so now the crowd getting fired up as we get set for our final match of the day. And this is what many of these fans have stuck around for and waited for, the Colombian fans, because Sarah Lopez did not make it to a medal match. Alejandra Usquiano did not make it to a medal match. But that being said, Daniel Munoz surprised everybody, and he is in the gold medal finals here in Medellin, Colombia. I can't imagine anything more exciting than to be able to compete for a gold medal here in your home country.
Yeah, it's pretty special, isn't it? You know, this is the second time the World Cup's come to Colombia.
And there's a good look at the young man we're talking about. 20th seeded Daniel Munoz of Colombia. Daniel, a 5-point winner in the quarterfinals, and then defeated Alvarado by 2 in the semis, 145 to 143. So Munoz carrying the hopes of a nation right now. And he's undefeated in match play so far this year.
It's a pretty good record to have.
And he will take on Peter Elzinga of the Netherlands. Peter KO'd Bridger Deaton by 3 in the quarterfinals before beating Rio Wild, which says a lot in and of itself. Beat him by 2 in the semifinals. And Peter will try to do what Sebastian Penaud did in Shanghai, and that's win a gold medal. Penaud, by the way, defeating Pierre-Julien Deloche in that gold medal match last month in China. Great match back there, and we'll see what we have in store here as the 33-year-old veteran Peter Elzinga, who Daniel Munoz referred to as one of his idols in the sport.
Yeah, he's been around a long time. He's won a lot of medals.
Peter was ranked #1 in the world back in 2005, is now ranked 12th. Seeded 6th here in Colombia. 33 years old, finished 33rd in Shanghai a month ago. So a vastly improved performance here at stage 2. Getting to the gold medal match. Now trying to make the most of it. And now the wind picking up a little bit.
Super begin.
Nice start for Peter Elzinga.
6 uur in de rand.
Muy bien. Muy bien.
Muy bien, sigue, sigue. Yes. Good zo, maatje.
So Elzinga trying to send a message right now. 2 10s to start off the match, and there's a 10 for Munoz.
Muy bien, muy bien.
He definitely has this crowd behind him.
9.
9.
Goed begin, hoor.
So a great opportunity right now for Daniel Munoz. And the opportunity goes by the wayside. Still a highly competitive match that we've got going here in the men's gold medal finals between Peter Elzinga and Daniel Munoz. 28 out of 30. 28 points for Peter Elzinga as well, although it could be 29. One of those arrows had an asterisk by it. Care to make a guess?
I think that one was out from Peter, so I think we're 28 apiece here.
You think it's 28 apiece?
Yeah.
Okay. I have learned not to doubt you.
I'll probably get it wrong now. There's a judge stares at it with his lens.
Looks like Alejandro Usquiano and Mike Schlosser down there. Assisting their teammates, I should say. One of the judges out there, Tom Green, I believe, he said this is his final tournament that he'll be officiating at. Tom from California.
Oh, Peter gets the 9. So he's 1 ahead.
You're gonna have to get your eyes checked.
Call that one wrong.
So Peter Elzinga actually grabbing a 1-point lead, 29-28. And he'll take every one of the points he can get. But Daniel Munoz hanging in there in that first end. And you could see when he released that shot.
He's
You
also
knew right away.
He's also shooting a back tension, and you could just see him pull away there as he released the shot.
Habit.
Building upon his lead, Peter Elzinga.
So he
Now up by 3.
He's removed his thumb from the trigger now. He's just back on back tension. You can see him really pulling through. He nailed that one.
Smooth shot, nice composure.
Super.
The Dutchman dialed in right now. But so is Daniel Munoz.
Ok, mueve un toquecito, tranquilo.
Everything a little right for him, but fairly solid.
Yeah, extra.
10s across the board. String of 10s for Peter Elzinga.
He certainly zinged that one in.
So Peter Elzinga trying to pick up the gold medal, well on his way right now. After 2 ends, has built himself a nice lead. Peter, of course, indoors this past winter, won gold medals at stage 3 in Telford and a bronze medal in Marrakesh. Finished 17th of the World Championships last year in Belek. Lost a bronze medal at the World Cup Finals in Tokyo 2 years ago to Julio Ricardo Fierro. Obviously, this would be a huge win for him to get today here at stage 2 in Colombia.
Yeah, I'm surprised to see him down at 12th in the world, to be honest with you. So this is certainly going to help his ranking too.
Coming into stage 2, Peter was not in the top 8. Of course, you have to be in the top 7 to qualify for the World Cup final, which will be in Lausanne, Switzerland in September. But he'll pick up a lot of points here today, win or lose this match. Munoz with a 10. Rio Wild, by the way, was 5th in the World Cup rankings after Shanghai. He'll move up in the rankings.
Muy bien, fuerte. Vamos hay que hacerlo.
And Peter gives a point back.
Good. Sterke schouder.
Munoz rising to the challenge.
Yeah. Good shot.
But so is Peter Elzinga, who's been in this situation many, many times before.
10, 10, 10.
That's a nice end. A good string of shots put together by the Colombian.
Home crowd are pleased with that.
See if it puts any pressure on Peter. I don't think so.
He's so experienced. You know, it's part of the game, and he just got on with his shot there.
He has been there and done it before, hasn't he?
He has indeed.
Going all the way back to 2006, Peter Elzinga, the silver medalist at the World Cup Finals in Mexico, losing to Rio Wild back in 2006. But he got back at Rio here in Colombia this week, beating him by 2 in the semifinals and earning this shot at the gold medal. What is now a very pleasant afternoon here in Medellin. 2-point lead, 88-86 for Peter Elzinga.
Just about perfect conditions. It's been pretty hot through the week, pretty scorchio. It's not too warm here now.
Vamos, si se puede, Dani. Vamos que se puede.
Munoz has trailed by as many as 3 in this match, now down by 2. And has trailed most of the way. But giving himself a chance, giving himself an opportunity.
Vamos, tranquilo, se puede.
Could have used a 10,
Vamos, sigue, sigue.
obviously.
Más fuerte ese brazo. Vamos, más fuerte.
Just scraping it there.
Back to a three-point cushion.
Fuerte.
That looks solid. Yeah.
Nicely done.
Vamos, fuerte ese brazo, vamos.
Ja.
Muy fuerte.
10.2, 6 uur.
Muy fuerte.
Peter Elzinga staying focused.
Fuerte.
As does Munoz.
Really found his focus in those last 2 arrows. Fantastic shooting.
For his first time on this stage, not bad at all. His first chance to win a World Cup medal. And Peter Elzinga just outside the 10 ring with a 9 that time.
That one went off quickly, didn't it?
Ze zitten allemaal toch wel een beetje aan de rechterkant. Die 2 randjes kort, ze zitten ook allemaal een klein beetje kort deze
So
ronde.
12 arrows have been shot, 3 arrows left to shoot. Still maybe a little too close to call, although it's going to be tough for Munoz to catch Peter Elzinga. A 2-point lead, though. And we qualify that statement because earlier today we watched France come from 3 down in the final end of the mixed team match and win it.
I guess that was over 4 arrows. This is over 3, but it's possible, you know. That's the best thing about archery. It ain't over till it's over.
I've heard that. Not bad for a girl from Great Britain.
Muy fuerte. Ahí, fuerte ese brazo, fuerte.
So 3 arrows left in the quiver now for Daniel Munoz.
Fuerte.
25 years old. Trying to win his first World Cup medal, and he will. The question is, what color will it be?
Looking really focused there and determined. He's really come back. He's putting the pressure on Peter.
Ja.
Peter responds to the pressure with a 10 of his own, and now here's Munoz, who did not compete here last year. In fact, he was one of the volunteers here at Stage 3 last year. He has gone from volunteer to a competitor for a gold medal, although his chances are now fading after that 9. Peter trying to put it away. Back-to-back 10s.
Just shows you what experience you can get from volunteering. So
yes.
Get out in the sport and see it for yourself and get involved.
Final shot for Daniel Munoz.
Nice.
Nice way to end the day for a young man who's only appeared at 2 World Cup events before this one.
Fantastic.
Steps on the big stage, takes on Peter Elzinga, and Peter finishes with an 8 on the line. I think that's a 9, but 8 or 9, it's fine, it's enough, and you could see him exhale right there, the relief for Peter Elzinga, who comes through and wins the gold medal. Big, big win for Peter. It's been a while in coming. And Daniel Munoz gave him a challenge, gave him a fight.
You did indeed, you know, to see that kind of level shooting at your first gold match medal is fantastic. And Peter's such a lovely guy though, you know, he deserves to win this one. It's lovely to see him back.
Peter, very much relieved.
Yeah.
And able to hold his arms and that bow very high in the air, pose for his golden moment.
There comes a smile.
Congratulations, Peter. It had been a while in coming, but it finally came. And he wins by 145-144, although a little bit deceiving, I think, that final score, Nicky. He was pretty much in control most of the way.
He was, really. He did just try and throw it away at the end there, but fortunately he'd done enough already, so that was an interesting match.
A lot of interesting matches here this afternoon in mixed team competition, then the bronze and gold medal individual matches. Good crowd on hand. Talking about volunteers, I believe they had almost 200 applications for about 70 volunteer positions here. So it tells you a lot about the local organizing committee and the kind of support that this great community in Medellin, Colombia has given to this event.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, like I said before, it's an amazing opportunity to come into a sport at the highest level, see what happens, get a feel for it, be in that atmosphere. And my experience of being in Colombia this week is just, I was blown away by how many sports facilities there are, how many people are out and about. We've seen road races with bikes, with people running. We've seen aerobics this morning with massive groups of people. It's fantastic to see a country so engaged.
No, it's been well supported, and the volunteers have done a tremendous job. And we appreciate their efforts, and we appreciate the efforts of the archers and the show that they put on here today in the compound competition. Of course, tomorrow, recurve, which I know is of great interest to you. The Koreans will be making their first appearance of the season. That's going to be interesting.
It will indeed. They took us out in the team round, so I hope they go forward for that bronze.
Now, they got here about a week early. I think that shows how intent they are on doing well here and how serious they're taking stage 2.
Yeah, I mean, to get here a week early, I mean, for them it's a massive time difference, isn't it? They've gone from the east to all the way over to the west, so I think that's an important thing to do. But, you know, we've seen them be defeatable this week. You know, they're not complete robots, as sometimes we think they are, and it's going to be some interesting matches out there.
It'll be interesting to see Oh Jin-yek tomorrow. It'll also be interesting to see Kim Woo-jin. He's coming back after being off the scene for about a year. How competitive, I mean, incredibly competitive just within that Korean national team.
Yeah, I think when they get to World Cup, they're probably quite relaxed because there's only 4 of them, and you know, as opposed to the 50 or so of them perhaps at national competitions where they're all rattling in 1375s or whatever. So yeah, it's probably a bit of a breeze at World Cup for them.
I would imagine so. I would imagine so. Beautiful setting here, the beautiful flowers, which of course Colombia is known for. This wonderful field of play here in Medellin, Colombia, where we will have the recurve competition coming up tomorrow here on archery.tv. I'll be joined by Crispin Duenas and Hugh McDonald from Canada for the morning and afternoon sessions. Looking forward to that. As we look forward to the presentation of the medals, the French contingent has to be very, very pleased and breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. A reversal of fortune in the mixed team match today, as Sophie Dodemont and Pierre-Julien Deloche, let's be honest about it, they appear to be dead in the water.
Yeah, I mean, we had the last end to go, they were 3 points down, and in compound archery you just don't really feel that that's going to be something that you can turn around, but it goes to show, you know, you just got to stick with your process, get those arrows in the 10, and you never know what's going to happen.
So as we get set for the medals, we'll recap for you the morning session. In the women's team competition, it was the USA winning the gold medal over Colombia, Colombia taking silver, and Mexico surprising Italy to win the bronze medal by the score of 232-227. And then in the men's team competition, it was the United States winning again, another gold medal, knocking off the Netherlands 231-228. The Netherlands taking the silver, and Italy getting the bronze medal in an exciting shoot-off against Mexico. So that brings you up to date on the men's team competition, which took place earlier today here in Colombia. And then, of course, this afternoon we have the mixed teams as well as the individual gold and bronze medal matches. This is the award ceremony for the mixed team competition. Russia taking on the United States, and then France taking on the Netherlands in the gold medal match. And there you see the 3 teams that did medal here in Colombia today. Winning that bronze medal, the United States team of Rio Wild and Erica Jones, winning the bronze medal, which they'll receive from Secretary General Tom Dillon. USA winning 157, 155, pulling away from Russia in that second end, and then maintaining a firm grasp on the slim lead that they had to win it by 2. Outstanding day for those 2 archers, Erica Jones and Rio Wild, both of them going home with 3 medals.
Yeah, it's not bad, is it? 3 from 3.
Yeah. And for Erica takes home 2 golds and a bronze, and Rio takes home 2 bronze and a gold. But still, all in all,
Not a bad week's work.
No, not a bad week's work, not a bad day's work. And some fine Colombian coffee as well.
Indeed.
The silver medalist from the Netherlands. 22-year-old Inge van Kespel, 19-year-old Mike Schlosser, who came very, very close to standing on top of that podium. Almost had it within their grasp, but saw it slip away in a driving rainstorm. France was trailing by 3, as Nicky Hunt mentioned a moment ago. But an amazing reversal of fortune in that fourth end allows Sophie Dodemont and Pierre-Julien Deloche to take the top stand on the victory podium here in Colombia. They win the mixed team gold medal by the score of 153 to 152. A 4-point swing in that final end.
It's incredible. You don't normally see that at all.
Went from 3 down to 1 up and won it 153 to 152. Dodemont and Deloche shaping up as a dominant team in mixed team competition this summer on the 2014 Outdoor World Cup campaign. Gold for France, silver for the Netherlands, and bronze for the USA here in Colombia. Some exciting mixed team medal matches. And as we get set for the presentation of the next medals, we're going to have Nicky slip over into the next chair and bring in a dear friend of ours and a great friend and supporter of the sport of archery throughout the world, as Greg Easton joins us here in Colombia. Greg, great to see you. Great to have you down here.
Thank you, Carl. Good afternoon.
It's been a good afternoon, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. The U.S. has had some great matches out there. So
really has. And some other great performances here today. And in the rain, whether it was raining or not, we saw some tremendous matches here today. Want to talk with you about what the Easton Foundation has done back in Salt Lake City, Utah in the United States with a new archery center. Tell us about that a little bit.
Sure, yeah. We just had our grand opening there at the center. It was exciting to have that. It's a state-of-the-art. It's really the only kind like it in the world. That a shooting facility that's open to the public, but also available for teams to come train at. We have some really unique features, 70 meters indoors, which is great for the teams to be able to train at. And so yeah, it's a great place.
And you're talking about teams not just from the United States, you're talking about teams from throughout the world who are welcome to come and train there.
Yes, exactly, especially some of the cold weather countries are interested. We've already had Team Mexico in. We know that Team Canada is interested in coming, so yeah, many teams will come. Maybe sometimes on their way to an event, they may come there and then train and then travel on to an event, or just make a special trip out of it. Just to use the facility and have the team practice to be able to travel, and then also train there for a week, couple of weeks, whatever they want to do.
Great opportunity for us to visit with Greg Easton from Easton and Hoyt, joining us here in Colombia, here during the compound competition. And really the goal, I would imagine, of the new Archery Foundation, one of them is to grow the sport.
Yeah, exactly. It's really, there's a couple of major goals that the foundation has, and as you said, getting more people in the sport, getting more people exposed to the sport, but then also having a U.S. team particularly do better in the world, raise the level of competition.
Do you envision centers like that in other parts of the world, other countries?
Potentially, we actually have a smaller one in Newberry, Florida. We've also partnered with the National Field Archery Association for the one that's in Yankton, South Dakota. They're actually currently bidding for a Youth World Championship, so they'll be able to take an event up there. We're building one for the U.S. team at the Olympic Training Center. Now, that's obviously not a public facility, although there will be some public opportunities for people to get in there. And then the one in Salt Lake City. And then finally, with World Archery, we've partnered to help build a World Center there in Lausanne, Switzerland, another training center.
Amazing to see what's happening in this sport, and really saw some great shooting here today. This is, of course, the medal presentation for the women's compound medal matches. Toya Černe of Slovenia on the victory podium, accepting her silver medal. Shooting in the rain against Erica Jones. Erica finally getting that elusive gold medal here today. And Inge van Kaspel, I was impressed by Inge van Kaspel in the job that she did. She'd had the disappointment moments before in the mixed team match, but she turned right around, came back out, and was able to defend off Albina Laganova.
That was a good match, like you said, as was this one with Erica with that rain. I mean, that rain really started coming down, and they both held it together well. Obviously, Erica a little better to win the match, but it was an exciting match to watch.
And those Easton arrows went right through the rain.
They do. They do.
Do they come with a guarantee? Yeah. We'll fly through the rain?
They don't absorb the water. They probably.
Greg Easton joining us here in Medellin, Colombia, as Erica Jones accepts her check. But more importantly, I think that gold medal around her neck is what's really important to her. And congratulations on winning the gold medal here at Stage 2.
Of the United States of America.
Erica Jones, the gold medal for the United States. Erica winning her match 145 to 137, and Inge van Kaspel coming away with her victory in her match over Albina Laganova to get the bronze medal for the Netherlands. It's been a good day for the Netherlands, not just the United States. We've seen several countries do very, very well here today.
They have, yeah. A lot of the expected countries, and some, a little unexpected, some of the performances. So it's been a good mix of an event here for sure.
It really is part of the beauty of this sport that, somebody who has a lower seed or a lower ranking can get going during the week, have a good week, and get to a gold medal match, get to a bronze medal match.
Yep. Yeah, they can get all the way here and then keep it together. It's interesting to see someone, they'll get a few points ahead, and you can almost see that they start thinking about being ahead, and then they'll drop an arrow, and suddenly the match is tied back up again. And we've had at least a few shoot-offs, I think 2 or 3 shoot-offs, and so it's always interesting how close those matches will be at the end.
Greg Easton from Easton and Hoyt joining us here on Archery.tv. How much growth? You assess it. I mean, you're closer to the sport, obviously, than I am, and you can really tell how far has this sport come, and how far has it grown in just the last 5 years?
Sure, yeah, and mostly I'll talk about the U.S. I'm more familiar with that particular market and what's going on there, but yeah, it's been quite interesting with the popularity, the movies, other interest in archery. You talk to retailers in archery now, and they're full. They're all their classes, things. A lot of new people coming into the sport, and it seems to be very sustainable. It has been maybe the last 4 or 5 years that more and more people, kids getting interested in archery, wanting to take archery classes and then continue to move up, and it's great for the sport. Helps it get more mainstream. Another kind of objective of ours, how do we get archery to be more mainstream, not kind of something else people think about doing, but a real mainstream sport. And then also, how do we get more people in? And with those more people coming into the base, it's good for the sport because you have a bigger base to choose from. Some of those archers will decide to go on to a World Cup or an Olympic kind of dream. Other archers will do whatever interests them, but to have more people start really broadens that basis and improves, we think, in the long run overall archery.
And the Archery Center, if anybody has a chance to visit in Salt Lake City, passing through Salt Lake City, it's near the airport. It's worth going to take a look because you really have raised the bar with this facility. I mean, it has things there that, just to be able to shoot indoors, outdoors. You're indoors, you're shooting outdoors at a target 70, 90 meters away, able to shoot indoors in a controlled climate, obviously. The equipment to watch yourself shoot as you're shooting and not have to go back and look at a videotape, but look at yourself in the moment.
Yeah, this center is really, it's similar to what many countries have around the world as their official Olympic training center for their team, which is not usually open to the public. So this is the first one that has a lot of those features, but is in fact open to the public. And like you said, you can come in and buy through a membership, come in and be able to shoot and try all those different aspects of it, indoor shooting. And we also built it so that we can shoot 70 meters indoor, but also shoot 18 meters across the facility so we can hold big indoor tournaments and really have all kinds of opportunities for people to come train, come do regional, local, national, and international competitions.
That leads me to my next question, which is, do you think having this facility puts the United States and Utah specifically back on the map for a World Cup event somewhere down the road?
Definitely, yeah. We've been talking to World Archery about that, and they're interested in when we think we're going to be ready to bid, and we can definitely host an event there. Looking forward to finding a good iconic finals venue like we have here in Medellin. It's great with the view of the hills, and we need something like that near Salt Lake there, or in Salt Lake, where we could have some of the city and some of the hills, and have a good event. So we're looking forward to that, and would invite everybody. Like you say, when you're coming through Salt Lake, we're very close to the facility, and come by the facility, or when we have a World Cup, come out and see some of the real competition too.
Hopefully not in the distant future, but in the very near future, we'll be back in Salt Lake City in Utah and back in the United States with one of the World Cup stages.
Yes, I think in the foreseeable future, yes, we'll have it there again. It's nice to keep at least one of the stages kind of here in the Americas, so the teams, especially the U.S. team, doesn't have to travel as far. I mean, that's why they love having it at home, is it's easier travel and easier for them to be on their game at the event. So.
Well, Greg, always great to see you. Thanks for stopping by, and congratulations on the new Archery Center.
Well, thanks, Carl, and I appreciate telling everybody about it, and they're welcome to come by and see it.
The world is welcome at the Archery Center in Salt Lake City, Utah, in the United States. Greg Easton joining us as we get set for the national anthem for the Netherlands in honor of Peter Elzinga, who wins the gold medal here at Stage 2, Medellin, Colombia, as he defeats Daniel Munoz, and Rio Wild with a little bit of coaching right there tells Peter where to look for that picture. And now the national anthem for the Netherlands. One of the nicest men in this sport, one of the great sportsmen in this sport of archery, Peter Elzinga. Congratulations on the gold medal. Congratulations as well to Daniel Munoz of Colombia on the silver, and Rio Wild, his third medal of the day, a bronze medal So it has been a very successful week for this trio of archers. As Nicky Hunt of Great Britain rejoins us, Peter Elzinga was not in the top 7 coming here to stage 2, but I imagine he'll be in that top 7 now in the World Cup rankings.
Yeah, I'm sure that first place will take him up there, so hopefully we'll see him at the end of the year.
Yeah, he'll be up there. He'll pick up 25 World Cup points. And Rio Wild, with that bronze medal finish, should pick up 18 more. He had 13 coming to Medellin, Colombia. So this has been a very, very productive trip for Rio Wild to come down here, as well as for Peter Elzinga. Erica Jones, she had 12 World Cup points, was sitting 6th. So obviously she may vault to the top right now. In fact, she should vault to the top of the standings after stage 2 here in Colombia. Most memorable moment for you here today?
I think that turnaround of the French team, 3 points down to a 1-point win in one end. You know, as an archer, that's something you've got to take with you.
Never give up, never surrender.
Never give up. It's not over till it's over.
It isn't over till it's over. Nicky Hunt says so. Well, there's a lot up for grabs and a lot to look forward to tomorrow as we get set for the presentation of the Longines Prize for Precision. He went to Aido Roman in Shanghai. And here in Colombia, Erica Jones, one of the big stars of this show here today and all week long. Erica, outstanding. And she will pick up the Longines Prize for Precision. It will go to a different archer in a different either compound men or women or recurve men or women in each of the 4 stages. They'll rotate that amongst the different disciplines, and today it's women's compound. And so Erica, as if her day wasn't good enough already.
3 medals and a lovely watch.
Can we give you a Longines Prize for Precision as well? So a great day for Erica, who picks up, as we said, 25 points in the World Cup standings. Now has, by my math, 37 points. Moves her ahead of Choi Bo-min, who won Shanghai and was leading the World Cup standings with 25 points. But those 37 points now for Erica Jones should be enough to put her in first place. Well, as we said, a lot up for grabs and a lot to look forward to tomorrow when the action continues from stage 2 here in Colombia. We will get to see the Koreans for the first time this season. We'll also see Germany, the USA, Mexico, India, and China. They'll all be well represented. Kim Woo-jin will make his comeback after a year away from the international stage, and Oh Jin-yek will get a chance to avenge his loss to teammate Lee Sung-yeon in last year's gold medal match at the World Championships in Belek. So make sure you're with us tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening, depending upon where in the world you may happen to be. For Nicky Hunt of Great Britain, I'm Carl ARKY saying ciao for now. We'll see you again in less than 24 hours for more live coverage of the 2014 Archery World Cup Tour.